Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Today I thought I would do some astrophotography. So you might be wondering, hey Tim, it's daytime. Doesn't astrophotography get done at nighttime? And you'll be right. I'm out here location scouting so that I can find some good compositions now whilst I have light and I have time. And that way, when I come back at nighttime, I will know what I'm setting up and I'll just be able to set up my compositions and take the photos and not be fumbling around in the dark looking for shots. So I'm gonna use my phone, I'm gonna find some compositions. Let's go. So I just found this composition here. I can go horizontally or vertically, but we get the Milky Way just over the Horsehead Rock here. And I think it looks pretty good. Could be a potential composition. So I've left that one on the phone. We'll have a look later and see how it stacks up against the rest. But let's keep going and find some more. I thought maybe getting a little bit higher for this shot might work a bit better. I'm just putting the Horsehead on the lower right-hand third, and I'm using the Milky Way and also some of those leading lines in the rocks off the shore to sort of draw your eye into the Horsehead. I think that's going to work really well, and I'll just need to see how the tides are later as to whether or not I can actually get higher on that rock. So we'll have to see, but that could be a really good shot with a lot of great potential. Okay, so you've seen some of the compositions. Now it's time to click over to nighttime, and we will see how they all turn out. All right, let's go. Okay, we are here. It is nighttime. You probably can't see anything behind me, but I'm going to show you some of my process getting some photos. So we're going to set up our first one of the locations that we scouted earlier. I'm going to see how this turns out. From what I can see, the Milky Way is actually looking really good tonight, so I think we should get some good shots. There's not a cloud in the sky. Let's get to it. So I've lined up my first shot here, and I'm using what's called the 500 rule. So the 500 rule says that for your maximum exposure time for your shutter speed, you want to take 500 and divide it by your focal length. And that is going to be your maximum shutter speed. So in my case, I'm at 16 millimeters. 500 divided by 16 is 31.25. Rounding down, that means that the maximum shutter speed I can use for sharp stars is going to be 1/30th of a second. Let's see how it looks. All right, we just got our first shot here. It was a good test shot. It looks amazing. The sky is just phenomenal out here tonight. I got a couple adjustments to make, and I've also dropped my shutter speed a bunch. I'm now shooting at about 30 seconds. Okay, so we're here at the second location. I'm pointing out these beautiful foreground rocks at the Horsehead Rock over there, and the Milky Way is going to be above it. I'm using a couple of cool little tricks here. I'm using some custom white balance settings, trying to mess around with more of the tungsten or the fluorescent light settings because they really color the image more blue or more yellow. And you can sort of stylize the color that you want the Milky Way to be just by using your camera settings, no editing required. And you can always change that later if you're shooting in RAW, which is another thing that I'm doing, so make sure you're shooting in RAW. I'm also using a 2-second timer to make sure that there is no camera shake coming when I press the shutter button. That 2-second timer just eliminates that risk and helps me to keep the image as sharp as possible. This last shot here, we're actually going to use a model. So we've got Annabelle down here, and she is going to be standing in the shot. We're going to use her phone as a light painting device. So light painting is basically where you move a light through the scene whilst the long exposure is going, and whatever the light shines on actually raises in exposure for the final image. So what we're going to do is hopefully use that phone to create a beam of light on the Horsehead Rock, which is going to light the Horsehead Rock, and we're going to be able to see the Horsehead, hopefully the Milky Way, and hopefully also Annabelle. So let's give that a shot and see how it goes. All right, well, there you go. That was some astrophotography. I am so happy with these shots. I think they look absolutely amazing. I haven't had much time to play with this before, so I really appreciate having the chance to do it, and I think the results are amazing. Huge thank you to my family for helping out. Thank you to everyone for getting behind the scenes and holding lights for me and coming along this adventure. So Mum, Dad, and Annabelle, thank you very much. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something today. I hope you got some value from the video. If you want to see some of the photos, you can check them out on my Instagram page. That's linked in the description down below and in the end cards of the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week, Wednesday. See you then. And Happy New Year from Annabelle and the rest of us here at Tim Duncan Productions.